we were taught that we only eat by way of mouth. That we put whatever it is we're going to eat, fruit, meat, candy, junk food, whatever it is, we're taught that we only eat by mouth. We're not taught that we also eat by way of absorption. We are what we absorb. We are what we eat. But we are what we absorb. So, why am I talking about this? We tend to think that we can only get nutrients by ingesting something through our mouth, down our throat, down our stomach, our intestines, the whole way. But we don't talk about what we absorb through our skin. We eat with our skin also. Now, once upon a time when we were more connected to nature, to Mother Earth, we walked barefoot, or we wore shoes that were made of animal skin. The animal skin wasn't blocking, I guess you can say, the electricity that we get from the earth. But compared to the synthetic rubber shoes that they made, I forgot what year it was that they made. A lot of stuff happened in the early 1900s. But anyways, when we was walking barefoot on the ground, on the grass, in the soil, we were actually absorbing nutrients through our feet. I don't know if you've heard of people who garden, who are gardeners, people who like work in the soil. They say they tend to be healthier and live longer. But there are lots of nutrients, macronutrients, that we get from the soil that we absorb through our feet when we once upon a time were connected to nature. And once upon a time, before our rivers and streams and oceans were contaminated, when we went in those streams, those lakes, whatever the case may be, they had good amount of nutrients and vitamins and good bacteria, whatever you want to call it, in those bodies of water. So when we went and swam or, crossed these bodies of water, we were able to absorb whatever nutrients and minerals was in that body of water through our skin. I'm not exactly 100% sure on how long it takes for something to be on our skin to absorb. I heard between 20 to 30 minutes maybe. I'm not sure. Do your own research. But depending on how long something is on your skin depends on how fast it will absorb. And I know when you put things under your tongue, it absorbs like almost immediately. But yes, the bodies of water, when they were healthy, we was able to get vitamins and nutrients from there. We're taught that our stomachs need to be full in order to sustain ourselves, when it's not true. Look at people who dry fast, who water fast, okay? Now, I can understand, some medical points. I'm not a doctor. I do not prescribe, treat, or diagnose anyone. I am not a doctor. And I'm not claiming to be a doctor. So do your own research and consult your own physicians, your doctors. But I can understand, medical professions, how they would say fasting is dangerous and it's not recommended Especially, I know some people say it's okay, but some people, they're like, no, you should refrain from it because it can kill you or make you even sicker. But it depends on the person, depending on how sick they are. Because I know I try to just do a cleanse with just smoothies, and this is like 3 years ago, I think. I tried to do a cleanse with just smoothies and what do you call it, cleansing herbs with my family. And I think halfway in, I got sick. Now, stupid me, I kept going. And, I even threw up once and I was weak. I couldn't even pick up my little one at the time. And that's how, weak I was. But what I should have done is I should have broke my fast. I should have ate something solid because we was eating, smoothies. I should have broke my fast. And it can be dangerous depending on how healthy you are or how unhealthy you are or what diseases you are carrying or having. But it's changed. I've done better. I do intermittent fasting. I only eat one meal a day. And sometimes I dry fast all the way to noon, and then I water fast or juice fast, and I have no problems. I have no symptoms of nausea, no headaches, no nothing. So my body has gotten used to being without solid food, and so I am capable of tolerating more, and I'm seeing results of my body healing just by eating one meal a day and dry fasting. So the longest I've ever dry fasted was 24 hours. But the point being is I see people, I've heard of people who has dry fasted for days. I've seen people who's water fasted or juice fast by months without solid food. Okay. And they've healed themselves. When we are consuming like solid foods and our body is spending a lot of time our body is spending a lot of time and energy, breaking down those solid foods. But when we're not eating, our body is able to move that energy somewhere else, use that energy for something else, like to heal your body, to get rid of those toxic cells and things. And so I know people be talking about, oh, you can't survive without water for more than 3 days, but I see people do it all the time and they are fine without water. To each is their own. Like I said, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical physician. But where was I going with that? Let me see what I got on my notes. Okay, we talked about walking barefoot in the soil. We talked about swimming in the bodies of water. Let's see what else. Oh, the sun and electricity. We also eat the sun. And we also, in a way, we absorb electricity. We need electricity to survive. We are electromagnetic beings, and that has been scientifically proven. But we eat the sun. We need the sun to, I forgot the process, do your own research, but we take in those UV lights and it have some sort of reaction to something that's already in our body, and it creates all this melanin and vitamin D when we eat the sun, when we are in direct sunlight. So that's what I mean by we eat with, we also eat through our skin. It's not just about putting things in our mouth. And it's like, I feel like that's another way that we have been enslaved, is eating all of this, especially the junk food and, all this stuff that isn't good for us. Chemicals. We're eating chemicals now. We're not even eating food. It's like we're eating products. So with that being said, by eating products, think about the stuff that you put on your skin, like makeup, lotions, perfumes. What is in those things that we put onto our body and it stays on our bodies for hours? We are eating that. So even though they talk about, oh, it's safe for babies, it's safe to put on your skin, but even though it's not safe to ingest it through mouth, we are still absorbing bits of that through our skin and into our body. Our body is actually eating what we put on our skin. So that just gives you something to think about, that we eat through our skin and not just through, our mouth. So think about that.